Edition of Johnny D's Nuts Jedi Fallen Order New Game Plus Part 14. In this adventure, we shall venture to Dathomir, hopefully finding health canisters along the way. We have 7, 4 thanks to Livestream, and I'm joined by my friend Master here. Master, you want to say hi to YouTube?
Hi! I'm here to annoy you in every way possible.
Yeah, if you get too annoying, if you're funny, you're cool. If you get too annoying, you're deleted and blocked and banned. But he's a cool kid. He's a cool brick kid. He's actually the baby in Charlie Bit My Finger. We're just gonna, hey, Master, we're just gonna say you're that kid so we can get famous, okay? Okay, cool, Charlie. Got my coffee here, drinking through a straw. It's kind of funny. Oh, come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Okay, before we leave this godforsaken hellhole known as Zepho, let's see what we missed out on.
Oh, I know Zepho.
I think we got just about. I don't see any oh, wait, what is that? No, that's that stupid door that Trilla closes, or BD1 closes when, say, what the fudge? Oh, no. No, I forgot something.
What did you forget?
I don't know. It looks like a secret. I'll be back here once I beat the game. There's a little couple of things I forgot, but you know what? I don't think it's that important, especially because I have 7 health canisters. If I don't have 10, by the time I need to fight certain people, I'm definitely going back here. But I think we're done. So, flip Zepho the bird. That's my bird. Flipping my 2 fingers faced at him, or the single middle finger. Hey, Master, here's some trivia for you. Do you know why they flip people off in British with their 2 fingers? You probably do.
I actually don't know.
You don't know? Why you do the pointer finger and middle finger? Cool. American knows more than a Brit about their history. So back in during the Holy Crusades, which should have been called the Unholy Wars. Anyway, they would capture archers and cut off their 2 fingers so they couldn't shoot anymore. So as a sign of defiance, before a battle or during combat, people would show their fingers to be like, hey, you haven't gotten my fingers yet. So I can still shoot a bow, you know?
So to taunt people.
To taunt people with, hey, you haven't gotten my fingers yet, I'm about to shoot you.
And a massive guy with some metal armor runs, like, jumps over the little peasant guy with 1 sword.
No, this is more
armor.
for like a whole line of people, like William Wallace style, like Braveheart style, you know? I don't know why I'm healing, but it's just habit. I need to meditate and get one with the Force people. What's up, Costellas?
I hate my name, you know?
You can change it. I changed mine to like a page long, Johnny D's Nuts, Star Wars Politics.
Yeah, I don't know how to change it.
It's really easy. Just click on your little, on a PC. It's, well, yeah, you need a computer, I guess. Okay, so I think what we want next is going to be this one. No. That one. But it's, okay, we want this one next. And then we want this one. That one. Yeah. Okay, so I need 4 more skill points and then I'll be unstoppable, basically.
What's the last ability that you need?
Well, I don't need a last ability. It's just before I'm unstoppable, I need quite a bit of abilities, but...
Yeah. Like, what is the unstoppable ability?
Oh, no. I need 8 more star... Generally speaking, I need 8... God, I need 10 more star points until... I need a lot more skill points, but, you know, whatever. I'm doing okay.
Do you know what I hate in Jedi Fallen Order? The spiders.
Oh yeah, they're too fast. Even the little ones on Dathomir, the purple ones that spit acid at you stink too, you know. What's going on? Did I find the little damn hairy thing? The bogling?
Did I find the little
The BOGO?
hairy thing? What's a BOGO?
It's those little Eevee rabbit dog looking things on Bogano. They're called boglings. Or bogling hole. Where's my crew? I guess they're outside. I guess they're not ready to leave. I just take away, steal his ship and sell it. Just fucking take the ship, sell it, buy a small ship. We're off on the path to Dathomir. We're having the time of our lives.
Do you know how much time you're gonna have to put into this? Like, you'll know when it's done. I don't think.
I'm 60. Kid, I'll kill you. Check the beginning of the stream. I'm like 67%, 68% done with the whole everything. Collectibles, campaign, items, everything.
I fair play.
That's literally over a third, you piece of crap.
Hey, I didn't know that. I was just guessing.
I understand. No, I know. You're right. It feels like we're only halfway done with the campaign. You're right. I mean, I just now defeated the second sister, or ninth sister, and then got... All I did last episode was spend like 3 hours getting 4 health canisters, which is worth it, but...
We should be careful.
It actually is, yeah. It's good.
Especially now, since I get full force power every time I heal, that's clutch, dude. It's game over now.
Full force power, not like a little...
Full force power. Anytime you use 1 canister, you get full force power.
Dude. That's kind of...
That's too easy mode.
Yeah. But it did take you hours, didn't it? Right?
I can just throw lightsabers at everybody, you know? That's what I love to do. Or force pull them to me and stab them in the chest. Or cut them in half if they're an animal, you know?
I'm hoping Mando joins.
Yeah. Should I message him? Here, do you mind messaging him for me? On our group chat?
I don't have him added.
Oh, sorry. Mando's the guy I added in that chat on PlayStation chat. That's the same guy. Does that make sense?
No.
Because your name is Costa Ellis on YouTube, but here it's Master. On YouTube, he's Mando, but on the game, he's the guy in our group chat, the Death Wish guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh!
Yeah, add him. Yeah, message him in our group chat and be like, yo, I'm streaming.
Oh, so basically my best COD friend is Mando.
I don't know. Death Wish.
Do you know Death Wish? Alright, originally...
Have you guys been playing together?
Yeah, he's...
Good. You guys like each other?
I was friends with him. I was friends with him before you.
What?
Oh.
But you both didn't meet me through each other. You met me through, like, PlayStation Network, live stream videos, or YouTube. He met me through YouTube or a YouTube friend of his.
Yeah.
What the heck? That's weird.
I met him.
How the hell did we meet each other 2 different ways?
I met him all on my own.
When?
There is 2 chances that I meet people. Through a friend's party or through a community party.
Yeah,
so it's probably in a...
That's crazy. For Warzone or for what?
For
Battlefront
2.
Okay.
World War 2.
Oh, Battlefield 5?
Yeah, World War 2.
Call of Duty World War 2 or Battlefield 5?
Call of Duty World War 2.
Okay. I got that for free this month.
Yeah, I did.
Dude, last month was a joke. It must have been April Fool's or something. They gave us like city skylines and farm simulator, I think.
Yeah. Do you know Farm Simulator is like £50, so it wasn't much of a joke.
Yeah, but the game's a joke. Who gives?
Yeah,
I mean,
of course
if you want to do Farm Simulator, do it in real life and make money, bro. Well, actually, you won't really make money, but you know.
Yeah. I don't really know how farmers make money.
The government pays them when their crops get fucked up. That's how they make money.
Yeah. That actually might be true though.
Yeah. And if you have a really good year for your crops, but every other farmer has a really bad year for your crops, that makes the crop go up, like soybeans or tobacco or corn. So you kind of want to have a really good year yourself and everyone else have a bad year, but that's a really messed up way to make money, I think. Like, you want everyone else to do bad around you. So it's kind of like... I haven't grabbed seat in like 5 minutes because I'm talking to you. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. I've been waiting for the cutscene to change. We like flew through Dathomir.
Wait, I've got 5 mutual friends for Death Wish.
Mutual? You said neutral. You went mutual. Mutual. Learn how to speak. Mutual. You figure it's called mutual? You figure? Yeah, what's the schedule's figure about the... I'm just kidding, dude. We obviously bastardized English. I mean, it's still called English. We didn't make up United States American, yeah. You understand? We didn't make it up.
Are you on Tatooine, but like slash Tatooine?
No. How does this look like Tatooine? Does that look like Tatooine to you? Does
it's sand, okay? It's sand.
That's sand? Does Tatooine have this on it, bro? Do you see this?
Which is the planet? Jakku. It's Jakku then. Fine.
No, not the. I'm not the. Look at this right here, right? That stuff. Is that my live stream? Is that? Here, let me talk to this dumb bitch.
Cal, do you have a moment?
I shouldn't even talk to her. I should just run away. No, I'm just kidding.
The path is far from over.
I'm getting way too close to her, dude.
We got the second person on the stream, but I don't know.
I know what you can do. I'm not denying that.
And I kind of want Death Wish to do. Like, I'm
dude,
gonna.
Cal's neck is gonna snap off, dude.
I'm not sure.
Look what's going on. Do you see this?
I know. I didn't see.
Oh, juked you! Juked you! Oh, got you. Oh.
Imagine his head, like, you could just walk off with his head. Yeah. His head, like, but his head turns around, so he's looking backwards, like like
yeah, like I'm facing this way, but I'm looking back, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Look, his neck looks messed up right here. Wait, look, it's about to come live. Right now, right there.
I open myself up.
I talk to I want BD1 do the talking, you know.
Your connection to the Force. You know what that says to
He seems like a smart guy.
That you're strong.
He doesn't look anyone in the eye.
Yeah.
He got beaten up by Jedis when he was a Padawan, so he has PTSD from...
No. Do you know why Palpatine... Why people thought he was the Sith Lord? He was stalling. He was stalling for BB-9E to come in and defeat the Jedi.
Yeah. When Kylo killed Snoke, he was just waiting for BD-1 or BB-9 to claim his right as Sith Lord.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like the only way that Palpatine would have won, like would have not lost, is BB-8. BB-8 saved the day. He saved the day and.
BB-8 with the ATST?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest part of the movie besides Rose saving Finn from saving the Resistance.
Good thing we weren't standing there.
Also, like, I hate the Star Wars movies for one thing. They're like, apart from the Clone Wars, it's always one Jedi. One special Jedi. And that's it. Like, it's just one Jedi. Can have like a few teammates, but nobody cares about them. Nobody cares about Finn. People care about BB-8 because he's a fucking Jedi Master, but... You know, you gotta respect the Jedi.
See, I can just cheese this guy with saber throw, bro. Get freaking owned! Cheese Town saber throw. Oh, by the way, chat, when you do unlock double lightsaber throw, single lightsaber throw does more damage, I believe, but double lightsaber throw does a wider range of damage, a bigger hitbox. So just keep that in mind. If you got crowd control, use double saber throw. For a strong one enemy, use the single saber throw. Just a heads up. And if I'm wrong, please point that out in chat, everyone, but I don't think I am.
Just wrong.
If I figure correctly, if I remember my old schedule, you understand?
Funny thing is, like, you will never say this stuff when I'm not in this party. So like, I just keep your, I make the content.
You're the only reason I have content, bro. If it weren't for you, I'd probably be in a ditch right now, dead because I drank myself to death like Edgar Allan Poe, you know? Do you know who Edgar Allan Poe is?
No.
Oh no. Well, you're too young. You'll read about him later in school. Well, no. He was an American poet. You probably don't. Never mind. I don't even know British. Well, we study like Lion the Witch and Wardrobe and like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that.
Do you know the only person that I know, which like every American has to know, is George Washington?
Because we kicked your fucking ass.
I hate you.
General Cornwallis, get his ass get kicked in. General Cornwallis getting kicked in the ass by
do you know why? You might have won there, but you do not win in the modern life. Like 99% of your population is badass. So,
oh
like,
yeah, and probably mentally retarded too.
Yeah.
Help me, BD.
Soon the shops are just gonna sell
like, not
cocaine.
to talk bad about Down syndrome people, but not even mental, just like mentally incompetent. Not even because they have Down syndrome, just because they're willfully ignorant. I guess I like the word to use, you know. Well, this is fun.
Crazy, boys. You people are crazy. You people are crazy.
Stim here.
Crazy people.
I need a stim, BD.
Crazy. You guys.
Well, I can throw something to you, stupid spiders. God.
Yeah, spiders are just annoying now. They get in your way.
Dude.
Like, imagine if you go on, say, like, one of the hardest boss fights, they'll probably stick a couple spiders in there which just respawn.
Yep.
And just... They will.
Baneback spider. Baneback spider. I forgot that I hate Dathomir because it's like a maze, but it's smaller than Zepho, thank God. Just remember that your Jedi with BD1 as a map. You can look where the frick you're going. I guess I'll climb up here, cause the high ground's always clear. You can see 1,000,000 miles a day. Oh shit. The thing is, spiders never fight alone too. They always got like 2 or 3 buddies with them. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
They can't fight mono-y spider. Oh. Ooh. There's a chest up here, everyone. Right there. Ooh, I can jump over.
What do you reckon will be the final boss's like signature move, like their main attack?
Look, I'm using Force Walk, chat. What final boss and what game?
I mean, do you know in this game, do you know Jedi Fallen Order? I'm thinking, what do you reckon they're gonna add for like the last boss?
They didn't add anything. There's already a last boss.
No. I meant like what do you reckon will be in the last boss level?
In Jedi Fallen Order 2?
No, in Jedi Fallen Order.
The game's already
Do you
done,
already know?
dude. Trilla's the... Well, chat, spoiler alert, chat. Trilla's the boss, but then you have to run away from Vader, bro.
Wait, Vader's in this game?
Well, yeah, I said spoiler alert, kid. Yeah, he is.
I don't really care because I'm not gonna play the game. It's way too big for me.
Well, I'll let you know, and I won't play the game without you there, so...
Really?
Well, I mean, I won't play the finale without you there so I can get your reaction. But I shouldn't have said anything, dude. God damn it. I thought you already played this game, bro. I'm sorry. I hate being that guy to ruin stuff for people. You're like, do you reckon what the last game is? Do you reckon? I was like, I thought you played it, Bubby.
Yeah, I didn't know you finished it. I reckon.
See that, people? That's how you do that.
I can deal with spoilers though. That's.
I know, but certain, like Last of Us 2, no spoilers here. But I don't care about spoilers for like Last of Us or Last of Us 2. But like for Star Wars or like Lord of the Rings, I guess I would care about spoilers.
I mean, Star Wars, like the movies.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones or certain stuff I get mad about spoilers, but other stuff just depends on how much I care about a franchise,
Yeah. Star Wars, if you tell me one little thing about Star Wars which is important will be a bang, like if I didn't watch New Hope without someone saying, like, I watched New Hope way before people started saying, oh, Vader says, I am your father, because like I did that straight away. That's if you got spoiled. With that, from that, you
would not. You probably won't even care about Star Wars. Because I was 7. I was 7 when I watched the originals, not the special editions, just on VHS tapes. Anyway, so I watched them right back to back when I was 7 years old, 7.5, and like he was like, Luke, I am your father. After the second movie at the end, I was like, oh my god. And then, like, I was already in love with Star Wars, but right then and there, I was like a lifelong fan. And if someone would have ruined that to me, like, no, I am your father, I would have been like, what? I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, yeah, so what? Everyone knows that you're the father. Who cares? Yeah. But they filmed it, and only like 3 people knew. Or it was just like less than 10 people knew, because it was like, no, he's like, no, Ben killed your father or something. That's what he said when they filmed it. But then they went back with a skeleton crew, and they said that, hey, no, you say, no, I am your father. And only like, I think less than 10 people fucking knew until the movie premiered,
Yeah. So, like, even the people that went to watch the movie was like,
oh, yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, YouTube their impression people, but Mark Hamill is like, kid, you asshole, you bastard, you didn't even tell me? He's like, what? It was in my contract, I couldn't tell you. He's like, good, kid, good. Like, yeah, no one freaking knew, bro. And I don't even think Leia, George Lucas even threw it in there later with Leia being, ooh, come on, pick these up. Scan these. I know this is a damn plant, dude. I know this is a plant I can scan, damn it. Whatever. But yeah, so,
do you know the planet that you're on right now? I don't really get
Dathomir?
it. Yeah, I don't get it.
Why?
I can't get like a thumb grasp on why they'd add this planet.
Let's look.
Because it's the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I get that.
I hear you, BD. Let me
but
see.
you know, sand.
Oh, they should have added Jakku. You're absolutely right. It would have been so much better if they added Jakku, bro. Yeah, look at that stupid sun that looks cool as heck. It's like a red dwarf. Yeah, it's so dumb looking.
Yeah, like, imagine, like, you could spawn on, like, the sunset and it would just be, like, the sun that Luke saw, you know?
Which one?
Like,
which one? Which one? Get it?
No.
Because there's 2.
The one in New Hope with Kenobi, okay?
Fuck? Okay, I got a cutscene. No, I know, I'm just kidding.
Like
yeah, that's a beautiful. I thought it was so stupid that Octo 2 had 2 suns.
Oh my god.
Octo 2 would not have all that water if it had 2 suns, dude. It's scientifically improbable. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up.
You trespass.
My bae just came onto the game. Here's
Must
bae.
be a night sister. I had heard you were all dead.
Not all.
Who is she?
Dathomir is forbidden to you.
Bae.
Leave at once.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that, but perhaps we could help each other. You see,
Okay.
See, there's
I'm
Darth.
not your enemy.
Your actions say otherwise.
Wait, hold on. I'm not here to...
Oh, she enhances them too. Okay.
If you've ever played Raid Shadow Legends, it's exactly like that right now. Probably haven't, but...
Dude, don't even mention that game ever again in my live stream, bro. Everybody sponsors that game ever. Don't even... That game's the most trash game I've ever... Don't even bring it up, bro. Like, seriously, cringe. Ultra cringe. It's like worse than bringing up Fortnite or Minecraft in my book. Which Minecraft is kind of a respectable game, but Fortnite is not.
What's wrong with Raid? I deleted it because I personally don't like it, but what's wrong with it?
It's just cringe, because everyone sponsors it, and it's fucking like a horror game.
Okay, yeah, I
They
get
heal?
it.
Oh my god, they heal. I didn't know
well,
this.
I mean, you're maybe 3/4 of the game, so...
Dude, these guys are tough, dude. They rework these people, bro. I might die.
I'm not sure. You've got about like 58 stim packs, mate. I don't see how you.
No, I didn't heal yet though. I only got one left.
Little help, BD.
We'll defeat you.
Yeah.
He's almost dead.
I don't even know I'm done. I'm bored.
Wow, he got me mid-attack. This really sucks. I just wasted a lot of time. Well, I can just run straight there though now. I don't have to. I can just run past the spiders. Sorry. Am I gonna start off on my ship though?
Maybe you might.
I just start off on Zepho.
Yeah.
What if it
Just
started
no
off on Zepho,
Imagine
bro?
this like Jedi Fallen Order 2, but with no checkpoints.
What? You have to play the game in one round?
That would be impossible. Like no human, not one human could do it. All right.
I bet they could
human.
eventually. Not the first try, but eventually they get so good at it. I've seen speed runs done perfectly of certain games, you know.
Yeah, but
It takes them forever. I gotta fight this stupid thing
I
again.
meant in like one round, no saves, no little, just like basically in one life as well, so you can't sleep and just.
Oh yeah, you can't sleep or no. Okay, where am I going?
You could leave the game on, but eventually something would kill you.
I'll kill you, dude.
Yay? I mean, isolation.
Oh, jeez.
What?
The spider that caught me off guard.
he just did like 2 bites on you straight away.
Little help, BD.
Fuck this.
Do you
Where
know
the hell
what
am I
spiders
trying to
are
go,
weird?
bro?
Like, do you know why spiders are weird in this game?
What?
Like, they nibble your little toes. They basically nibble your toes. Like,
Don't
if you
ever
look
say
where
that
they
again.
nibble. I know, it's weird, but it's
Funny
what
word,
they do.
nibble. Oh my gosh! Unlock on, you piece of oh my god. Wow, I should have fell off the cliff, whatever.
Help, BD.
Yeah, I would look at your stream right now, but I'm looking at my game. What happened to
What the fuck, bro? I instantly die, bro. I try to dodge.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they both hit me with an unblockable attack at the same time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you just get rid of them, you know, the actual boss person, person would be easier to defeat. It just seems right to me.
No, this isn't a boss battle. She well, never mind, no spoilers. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Yeah. What the heck? I'm
a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Like, the sad thing is, that's what the world has become.
Yeah. Look at Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat.
I don't have those stuff. I have TikTok.
I just said that. Okay, Lady Nicotine. Give me your superpowers. And kid, don't use nicotine ever. And if you do, make sure you're at least
What
of
is that
age.
pose? Like, are you trying to make yourself feel special?
Yeah, don't do drugs, kid.
I didn't listen to a word you just said. I was looking at that pose from Cal there. He did a pose. He was
You're
posing.
a poser, dude.
Like, if you just don't touch Cal, he starts like dancing around and just looking like Luke Skywalker on the sunset on Jakku. He just like, he tries to look cool. He tries to feel cool. You try and be cool, you try and feel cool. Boom.
God, dude.
I need a stim, BD.
What?
What's going on, bro?
I just
Spiders.
suck is all. I haven't played in 3 weeks and I suck. Like, he shoots at me, it's like cheesing. He'll shoot me his
Imagine,
venom
like,
at me,
you're
and I'm right in
dying.
front of him, bro. Like, it's so dumb, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know. But do you know the sad thing is, you're acting like the spiders are harder than bosses.
yeah, they are. I know. Like I said, dude, the bosses would really kill me, bro.
You.
The bosses would really kill me, dude.
Stop him from moving! Moving! Your blows are weak!
I thought I was further enough back.
I won't let you escape!
There we go, see, I'm good now.
How's it feel, Jedi?
How did he hit?
Toss me
How
one,
did he hit me?
BD.
How did he hit me?
Howdy. Do you know Howdy hit me is just Howdy hit me.
I don't think I can.
Your stim.
Howdy hit me.
Howdy
Dude,
hit me.
I can't parry these guys. I try to parry them and they don't, I don't think you can parry them, like,
And they
cheese
don't
them.
want
You
to
know?
parry though. But I want to parry. But they don't parry. They never parry. Don't question me. Never question me.
Having a good time, BD?
BD,
Glad
scan
you're
him,
here,
you
BD.
piece of shit droid. Yeah, it's Howdy hit me and pizza shit. Get it? Pizza shit,
No.
piece of shit.
You know, you are the most confusing person I've ever met.
Oh, I know. All the people that used to be my friends say that too.
No, they really probably don't. Really?
No, they probably just don't even talk about me or think about me
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, just. We can forget about that guy. He was kind of weird.
He was kind of crazy.
This is crazy, yeah. I mean, all Americans are, so.
Thank you.
You're a standard American.
Oh, especially the women. And the gun-toting men. The conservative men and conservative women are like insane, bro. Okay, I can't get up there from here. I forget what I gotta do. Well, we got to our first checkpoint, so that's good. I feel like I should have a lot more skill points, but whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I think like the more skill points you get, it actually might get harder. I really don't know. It would make a little bit sense. I mean, EA are just mean all around, so they just annoy you anyway when they get the chance. It's so funny. I'm not even joking, though. True news. Official news. Great.
I'll catch you. Stop him. No.
Give me that battery, fool. How you doing right now? You need?
Won't escape me, Jedi.
Those are some new blast.
Nice job.
Blasters. Man.
Where's that dude at?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see.
See, that was pretty smooth. They only hit me a couple of times, but man, this is a hard damn planet, man. These people are strong, man. I forgot how hard this planet was. I'm gonna have to. I picked a bad time to take a 3-month break. Oh, by the way, if anyone's curious, I've been taking a hiatus because I've been protesting in my local city for George Floyd, and I can't remember all the other names. I know I'm sorry. Ilhan, Ahmad, Breonna Taylor. The list is endless, you know. So just against police brutality, you know, for all people, not. Oh God.
Your life is forfeit.
Oh my God, you fat ass tone out of this alleyway.
Die, interloper.
What, understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
You gotta go to bed?
Okay.
Well, thanks for chilling with me.
Don't touch it. I will keep those crawlers away. I spit at you. Interloper!
Alright, bye.
Take care, buddy. See you tomorrow, I hope.
But you're just gonna give up for another 2 weeks.
No, I'm not. The protest is kind of, we've been making headway, you know. Change is coming nationwide if people haven't paid attention. The cops are finally getting the discipline they deserve. I think cops are chilling out, man. They realize they're going crazy.
Alright, bye.
Take care, buddy.
Jedi! The Jedi!
Oh no.
Back here!
1 second. I'll be right back. Come on, Barty. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Okay, I'm back in business.
I will defeat you!
Hey, BD.
I'll break through.
There's a box here. Oh god. Shoot me. Shoot me!
I will stop this brutality.
Mind helping me out? Good work, BD. Not doing too bad, huh?
There's a box right here. Okay.
I'm glad you're here, BD.
Important shortcut. We'll go heal and kill the 2 archers and the warrior again. Whew, it's good to be back, people. Sorry I took so much time off. Almost got enough for another skill point. Probably next meditation I come to. No, oh, did not mean to do that. Went to swing my lightsaber.
Your life is forfeit.
Oh my god. Oops.
Nothing stands against.
My bad, people. My bad. Hello there. Say hi in chat, random viewer. Thank you for joining us. Oh, it might just be Costa going to bed. Oh, they left. Bye-bye. Scared you off. Someone's just being nosy. Probably knows me in real life. Let's do some pop culture going on here.
Now, recently, Jon Favreau, the showrunner of The Mandalorian, did an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and I'm just going to start out this video by reading what he had to say in regards to Star Wars fans. You put something out in the world, and then it echoes back at you. You have to listen. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. You have to feel the energy of the audience. When you come from comedy and have this Chicago, you have to react. You have to feel the crowd.
Move in, brother!
Brothers, stand with me!
And avenge them! As much as we love Star Wars, we love more making Star Wars to other people. And when other people are excited by it, they clearly and are appreciative, that's as good as it gets for us.
Shortcut.
Okay, and now let's compare that to what Rian Johnson, writer and director of Episode 8, said about fans and how he approached making a Star Wars film. And I know these are older clips that most of you have seen elsewhere, but let's watch them again quickly.
How passionate Star Wars fans are. Every Star Wars
already had Magus.
Stuff they want and don't want from all of these movies. That's not to, you know, even favorite fans comes from a place of caring about passion. So I never really listen to that. And obviously, you don't want people to not like the movie.
I would be worried if everybody across the board was like, yeah, that was a good movie. It's much more exciting to me when you get, you know, a group of people who are like coming up to you and really, really excited about it. You know it's going to be something that they're having their DVD collection and watch it over and the way that I have
BD.
like, you know, Miller's Crossing maybe. That's enough good. And then there are other people who walk out. I mean, literally saying it was the worst movie I've ever seen. Having those two extremes to me is, you know, the type of movie that I want to make.
But I also know that if, you know, if we have our heart set, we got to think about the movie first and foremost. And I know that George Lucas is one thing
BD, help please.
second guess every creative decision.
BD?
That led to some idea of, yes, this abstract notion of it. So, yeah, I had to tell a story.
Okay, so obviously these are two completely different mindsets and approaches here, Favreau and Johnson. And one led to the
Someone
most
was drawn to
divisive
something here.
franchise,
Energy from the
while
ruins?
the other led to a streaming series that, so far at least, has been almost universally praised and enjoyed by the fan base.
Okay, here we go. And right there in the chat, they were talking about, or in the video, they're talking about Mandalorian. You know, Favreau and Filoni got everything back on track. I just walked over here. No, I don't. No box here, huh? Okay.
fellow wanderer. I see you met the resident Night Sister, but, unlike most, you're alive. Well, lightsaber? No, don't hide it. That would explain your survival.
Who are you?
No one to fear. Just a traveler, studying the nature of extinct cultures and dead philosophies.
You study the Night Sisters?
I study many things. But yes, that Night Sister, oh, she was only a child when the war came to this world. She had to watch her whole family perish.
What do you know about those ruins?
Oh, ancient beyond belief. The Night Sister and her warrior kin were seduced by the power that lurks within. Avoid the ruin, or suffer the same fate.
And what I want to do first here is point out the irony, or I guess you could even call it hypocrisy, of what Rian Johnson says here. Because he clearly states that he's a lifelong Star Wars fan, that he grew up with it, and that he believes all Star Wars fans have a checklist of things they want to see and don't want to see in the
Hides
film.
behind his guard.
I don't necessarily agree with.
Right, true, brother.
Johnson then goes on to say that no Star Wars movie is ever going to align with the one
Have to end it.
fan, that no fan will ever
Could use a little help.
want, except in his case. Because again, Rian Johnson is, as he himself said, a Star Wars fan. By his own definition, he must have a list of things he wants and doesn't want to see in a Star Wars film. And yet he also then
Looks
says
climbable,
here that
but not without
it's
equipment.
not about the fans, it's about the fan again, as in himself, that he made the movie exactly what he wanted. He definitely didn't want to be influenced by outside factors, like other fans, or fears making a bad movie that people wouldn't like. Even though in that other clip he talks about how he agrees with everyone who liked the movie. Need a professional website? I created one for our startup using Wix. Let me show you how it is.
Throw me a stim, BD.
First, go to Wix.com. Our startup is constantly evolving, and we need a website that can do the same.
God damn it.
We use Wix Video to showcase product demos so users can learn all about our app. Let the adventures begin. With Wix Blog, we can share industry news and updates about important releases. Anyway, setting that clip aside, all this of course means that Rian Johnson is a Star Wars fan that got exactly the Star Wars he wanted. He got to cross off all the things on his checklist that he wanted to see and didn't want to see. Again, he's rather hypocritical here with what he says. He's in a way saying that I got to make the movie, I'm the fan way.
Can't believe we made
And
it.
he tries to defend this by basically saying, well, George Lucas made movies.
You sure know how to have fun.
Don't worry about the fans either, which is mostly true, though Lucas did reduce the role of Jar Jar Binks in the prequels after the reaction to him in Episode 1. But the thing is, George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars. He created the original trilogy, which essentially created the fan base, meaning, in theory at least, his vision or the stories that he wants to tell and the way he makes these movies should just naturally line up with most users' they want. But that, of course, didn't happen with the prequels. They were rather divisive movies. Why was that the case? Well, partly because many people didn't think they were very well-made movies in terms of dialogue, scripts, not necessarily the story, as well as some of the acting and so on. It was more about failed execution than anything else for a lot of people. But it was also partly because, yes, George Lucas made the movies he wanted, with little or no fan concern or input taken into consideration. Time to borrow things. He also put things in there which a lot of people absolutely hated. They hated that they seemingly began to quantify the Force, which they felt like was in stark opposition to what they believed to be true about it after the original trilogy. And so, considering the controversy the prequels did cause, it's rather odd that Johnson would cite George Lucas making movies the way wanted here with doing that with the prequels was, again, in a sense, to some degree, what created a rift in the fan base then. And him creating Episode 8 for himself without worrying about the fans.
You will go no further.
Stand aside.
No. He was right about you.
Who? What?
Jedi are thieves and selfish liars who bring nothing but death.
Back off. If you attack me again, I'll strike you down.
Oh, I won't do a thing. But my murdered sisters... they will have their revenge.
Let's look.
Let's go back to that meditation point and spend it.
Your potential input is what split it yet again.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not saying it was a bad thing that Lucas made the prequels his way, or that he didn't have every right to do whatever he wanted with them, as Disney now has every right to do whatever they want with Star Wars, and they own it. I'm not implying we stifle creativity in favor of always catering to the fans. And as I said, in theory, there shouldn't be much conflict between fans and creators, since fans love what the creator, well, what they created. And oftentimes there is no conflict between them. There have been many science fiction or fantasy series that I have read in my life, long-running ones, where the author keeps building and building upon their world, and it only engages and pleases the fans more with each new book or story they tell. And I do oftentimes wonder what overall fan reaction to the prequels would have been like if they had been executed a bit better, and if some changes were made, like Jar Jar Binks' initial over-the-top behavior being lessened a bit, or not adding the midi-chlorians, even though the microbiotic realm is the direction Lucas would have taken the Star Wars sequel trilogy into. And no, I'm not saying that's the way the prequels should have gone. I'm not saying fans should get to dictate and control the story. But there is a unique and oftentimes tricky relationship between fans and creators. Because, as mentioned before, it's the creator that initially gives the fans something they love, and it generally comes purely from the imagination of the creator. Inspired them not to understand it from the start, because there are no ways. At the beginning, the creator is just playing himself and someone who then the tricky part that comes with because those people who then basically afford the creator the luxury of getting to write more books or make more movies, since those fans are the ones paying for and or funding your work. So if they suddenly, in mass, don't like something they're doing, how should the creator respond? Cater to them so they...
More undead.
Work? True to your...
Hudson's Bay and Team Canada present the Canada Day Games.
But the thing is, it's usually not quite that simple.
Leave this place.
Another step!
Wow. And so when we're talking about Star Wars today, whoever is creating these stories is working for someone else. They're working for Lucasfilm, which is owned by Disney, who wants to see Lucasfilm make money for them. Now, it was a whole different ballgame when George Lucas flat out owned the company because it was all his money on the line. But for someone like Rian Johnson to be dismissive of fans is strange since, let's be real here, he was hired to make a movie that fans would love in order to make money for Lucasfilm and Disney. Which then brings us right back to Jon Favreau and what he said about fans to The Hollywood Reporter, about how what you do echoes back at you, how you have to listen to the fans, how it's a two-way street, and he's so very right. Only I'd say a good franchise is more like a wheel pulling down the highway, where on the outside you have corporate interests for making money, as well as fan interest, which is to basically enjoy the product. and they're going round and round. If fans are happy, they'll buy the product and make money for the company. The of it all are the creators, the ones who have to help the wheel turning smoothly and keep the fans happy by giving them what they want, while also making money for the company, while also making now you might say set of things and just make it a back and forth. And creators, though it is ponder what the prequels would have been if George Lucas was answering to someone who had a corporate overlord. Would they have been better? Anyway, especially after it's clear that Jon Favreau gets it, whereas Rian Johnson is not. And I'm still amazed that Johnson, with his outlook on things, was hired in the first place and even promised a whole trilogy. I guess at the time, Disney and or Lucasfilm were wrongly under the impression that Star Wars somehow needed to be reinvented or reimagined or reinvigorated for some reason, and that Rian Johnson was the man for the job. With Jon Favreau, the only thing that he had done to make Star Wars good was to honor what it had always been and to listen to the fans. That was it. That was the secret ingredient that should have been obvious. Because the only checklist most fans have, the only thing they want out of Star Wars, is not an exact list of demands. It doesn't have to be exactly for that.
I need a stim, BD.
Crash Bandicoot.
Well, that's all I've got for this time. Now it's your turn to tell me what you thought about the mindset of Rian Johnson versus the mindset of Jon Favreau, and why one seemed to work, and why the other one split the fan base. So whatever you think, leave a comment below and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.
You will pay for their death.
Now, to put it mildly, it's been an interesting few years for the Star Wars franchise. The sequel trilogy brought to us by Lucasfilm under the ownership of Disney has driven some fans away entirely, while the giant between many of those fans who
need some help.
And one that is very different from the rift or debate caused by the prequel trilogy over a decade earlier. Because in that case, with the prequels, it was mainly what you could call an in-universe debate. It was almost strictly an argument over the content of the movies.
How does that Night Sister keep following us?
And the man who brought them to us.
Sierra called them force wielders. I've never seen it used this way before. We better stay on our toes. Wait, do you have toes?
Person, other than maybe people thinking you were from the older crowd or those old enough to remember seeing.
Any idea what that flying creature is?
Coming out. And sure, let's
hope we don't find out.
The prequels did and can still get very heated, and they can devolve into name-calling, profanity use, and all that other fun stuff. But again, never was it really about attacking who venom.
It leaves a foul burn.
And never was it really about attacking who you are as a person or questioning your values for not liking those films. It was always just about the films themselves. And never did this debate really capture the attention of the mainstream media. Never did you really hear or read articles being written about it from major or even minor news sources. And that's mainly because most critics took the side of those who didn't like the prequels. Most critics were not fans of the movies and hence sided with the quote-unquote leaders in this particular case. And so why would you report on and disparage the group that, by default, I guess, was on your side? And so there was never really any story there, no reason for the media to report on what they likely saw as nothing more than angry nerds arguing with each other over the content of a movie. But that's all changed with the sequels. The media has taken great interest in fan reaction to these films, and even made some interesting accusations of fans along the way, mainly that at least a somewhat sizable portion of them are sexist and or racist.
Night Brother
They basically
runes.
said there's been
Think
something
we're getting close to a village?
since its very inception back in 1977 with that first film. And and that the sequel trilogy has begun to expose it or root it out. And so what I want to do here is have this video the first and perhaps a series of videos that explores the sequel trilogy inside of it. We'll look back at what happened and why, and how the fan base has gotten to the point it's at now, and if anything can be done about it. And I thought, obviously, there's no better place to start than at the very beginning, at the start of the Disney era of Star Wars, to see what the state of the fan base was like before The Awakening, before the first movie ever came out, and how the media viewed fans back then, opposed to how they view them now. Okay, so our story really has to kick off on June 1st of 2012, a few months before Disney would purchase Lucasfilm. This is the day that, and it apparently came as a surprise to most experts, that George Lucas named Kathleen Kennedy the co-chair of Lucasfilm in an effort to begin the process of moving towards his eventual retirement. Kennedy at the time had been co-head of the Kennedy Marshall Production Company, along with her husband Frank Marshall. And along with this announcement, George Lucas put out a statement that you can feel free to pause and read now, but that essentially goes over the reasons why he picked her, that she was a friend of his and he felt like she was the best for the future of the company, for its employees, and the fans, and that she would ultimately honor his legacy by putting the same care into the films that he had. And though we can certainly debate how well she's done with all of that, at the time of this announcement, as far as I could find, there was no sort of reaction from the fan base, good or bad. Likely it flew under the radar of all but the most dedicated and news-savvy fans. Either way, there was no sort of uproar that all indications now pointed to the fact that a woman was going to be the future leader of Lucasfilm. None again that I could find. And do quickly note here that I've been doing research for this video and entire series for some time now. Not to mention I kept up with much of this as it was happening back then. But as always, I greatly encourage you to do your own research to see what you can find on any or all of these topics. Even if it greatly conflicts with what I'm presenting here, I'd love to know about it. Because, yes, like all people, I obviously have my opinions, but most of all, I'm interested in being as unbiased as I possibly can. Anyway, that announcement was a larger announcement that came on October 30th of 2012, that George Lucas was selling Lucasfilm to Disney for roughly $4.05 billion, some of which would be paid to him in cash, some paid to him in stock. And at this time, it was also announced that Kathleen Kennedy would, of course, be made president of Lucasfilm, and that she would also serve as the brand manager for Star Wars, working directly with Disney's global line of businesses to build, further integrate, and maximize the value of this global franchise. And though there was obviously a great deal of emotions experienced by fans over this announcement, that Disney now owned Star Wars and controlled its future, nobody seemed to talk about or care who the president of Lucasfilm now was. I could find virtually nothing about Kathleen Kennedy over the next few subsequent years, other than from business-oriented websites that talked about her illustrious career and her rise to the presidency of Lucasfilm, and in none of them was fan backlash even remotely hinted at. For all intents and purposes, fans didn't care one way or the other about Kathleen Kennedy. In fact, the only things from fans you could really find over those next few years in the wake of the changeover was news about the upcoming Star Wars Rebels, the first thing that really was to unveil, as well as speculation about Episode 7, but also anger over the sudden cancellation of Clone Wars and the wiping away of the EU. And needless to say, but there was plenty of unhappy fans at this point. Yet nowhere did I really find any outrage aimed at Kathleen herself. At this point, still no one seemed to care about something one way or the other. Nor did that really change in the direct lead-up to The Force Awakens. You'd be very hard-pressed to find any sort of fan outrage directed at Kennedy over anything she did or said as we got closer and closer to release. Most fans were just excited and hopeful for new Star Wars, and honestly didn't care about the race or gender of its characters or its president. They trusted or again hoped
Help me, BD.
handled well within the context of the story, and everything else about them to him. And if you go back and look now or read the articles, you'll actually see that Kennedy was fairly vocal in the year or so preceding the release of The Force Awakens, talking about the importance of a character like Rey, the importance of a female lead in Star Wars movies, the importance of more women in Star Wars in general, and more people from more diverse backgrounds, and so on. And yet, there was barely any complaints about any of this from any fans. And I say barely because I did find many articles covering this one incident, this one question posed by a single random Facebook user that the official Star Wars account responded to. And what he asked or said was, not to be sexist, but it's really hard to tell that's a female armor for me. And he was referring to the way Captain Phasma looked. The official Star Wars account then responded, it's armor on a woman, it doesn't have to be feminine. And again, this one question and the response caused a major commotion. Without even really trying, I found roughly a dozen articles on it. Even some major news outlets like CBS needed to cover this. And though, yes, we can debate how bad this question really is or isn't, we can debate exactly what he was asking here. Was he asking why there was nothing at all suggesting a woman was underneath the armor? Or was he asking why isn't she in a metal bikini looking sexy? And most articles seem to think he was asking for the latter. Anyway, this, as far as I could find, was perhaps the biggest thing the media pounced on in regards to sexism in the lead up to The Force Awakens, at least involving fans. This one incident involving the comment of one fan. And really, the more articles I read, the more I realized the media didn't seem to at all have their sights set on the fans. They had them set on corporations. I mean, there was a shirt sold by Target that showed a classic scene from A New Hope that replaced Leia with Luke that some people lost their mind over. There was also the whole Where's Rey thing that Hasbro faced right before and shortly after the movie came out, claiming that Hasbro purposely wasn't making toys and such associated with the character Rey, obviously. And this was mainly caused because Rey didn't get a piece in the Star Wars Monopoly game and wasn't in the Lego Millennium Falcon playset from Episode 7, and she was left out of several action figure bundle packs. Even though, as a collector, I can tell you Rey was certainly represented in all the major action figure lines at the time, and had a Lego minifig in another sets. There was also this article I found where, funny enough, Daisy Ridley reviewed 8 Star Wars toys from The Force Awakens that featured her likeness, so it didn't seem like she was completely missing. Basically what I'm trying to get at here is that the accusations made against some fans today were this belief that a sizable portion of the fan base hated Rey from the very start, from before the movies even came out, and that they were opposed to more female characters or any female characters or female lead. Doesn't seem to have much evidence. And the odd part here is the very few examples you can find, like this guy who asked a question on Facebook and got blasted for it. Well, the article that responded to it always pointed at the individual. There's no wider assumption made about Star Wars fans in any of these articles or sides of the fan base, because one guy on Facebook asked a question that is as ignorant and or sexist. So if there is a lot of reported fans, sexism is a major problem. That portion of the fan base was anchored over the announcement Nina said something that was not kept secret out. We all knew Rey was one of the main characters, if not the main character of the whole trilogy. And along these same lines, another character we were told was going to be a main character, and we even had it teased in the trailers he was going to be a Jedi, was Finn, played by John Boyega. And one thing I often hear brought up is all the racist remarks he faced when the first trailer of The Force Awakens premiered back in November 2014.
To set an example.
In that trailer, the first thing we saw was a black stormtrooper. And in response, yes, black stormtrooper started trending on Twitter. There were certainly some people that said some terrible things about him. Plenty of articles that sprung up covering all this. But it's also interesting to go back and read some of them now from when it was actually happening, which again is back in late 2014 if you go care to take a look. Because though the narrative now seems to be some Star Wars fans were racist and hated Finn from the very start, back then it was a very different story. Once again, oddly enough, distinctions were being made by those in media. Many articles pointed out that all the hate was seemingly coming from members of white supremacist groups who were not actually fans but were still advocating for the boycott of Episode 7, but that they were being drowned out on Twitter and elsewhere by real Star Wars fans. These articles would even go out of their way to point out that many Star Wars fans weren't being racist intentionally. When they asked, why is there a black stormtrooper, they simply didn't know the lore. Because a lot of people wrongly assumed, because of the clone troopers in the prequels, that all stormtroopers were still clones during the time of the Empire, which then meant perhaps they were still clones during the time of the sequel trilogy. This was about confusion, not necessarily racism, at least not for everybody, because yes, there were some actual racists who tried to get this thing going, but again, they were shut down by real fans, and once the confusion was cleared up, you never really heard anything about it again. You never saw any articles covering any other incidents in regards to racism in the fandom. And that's not because nobody anywhere was saying anything else bad about Rey being black or Rey being a woman. I'm by no means saying nobody was saying anything against them, nor am I defending anyone who would or did. I'm only saying that the media didn't seem to recognize or talk about any sort of widespread issue in the fan base. And yet, now I see many in the media, as well as some fellow fans, who talk about how there has always been outrage for these characters since before the movies even started to come out. But there really isn't evidence to support that, none that the media wanted to report on back then. And the simple reason for that is why you don't see any type of widespread dislike of these characters from the fan base is because back then, they cared about what the eventual movie was. They had hope for these characters. They wanted them to be good, to become classic characters. The only ones really making a big deal about the race and gender of these heroes or out was the media. And one thing I found during my research were countless articles that came out in the years up to the movie talking about their hopes for the sequel trilogy or the top 5 things they want to see in them. And guess what? Most of the time, these articles in the media weren't talking about
by the gate?
Story. They weren't talking about what these movies would mean in the universe. They were talking about what it would mean outside of it, what it could mean for women, minorities, and diversity in general. They didn't care about the story. They cared about what these movies could represent. And contrary to current popular belief, almost all fans are fine with diversity in Star Wars. Virtually none of them are or were against it then or against it now. Which is why you didn't see any sort of backlash to any of these articles talking about their hopes and dreams for Star Wars that had nothing to do with the story back then. Star Wars back in 2014, BD, Stim! Come out, talking about the issue of diversity. You only found a whole lot of hype and excitement in the characters and everything from Star Wars. And that's because, again, all that matters to most fans is whether or not the story and the characters within it are good. Plain and simple. You can even once more go back to the prequel trilogy and see how true that is.
I'd say these vines are too creepy for Grease, but it's Grease.
Nothing else. Many fans think Anakin Skywalker, in Episode 2 especially, is pretty bad all around, yet we'd laugh at the notion that it's because he's played by a young, straight white male. And so what began to happen after The Force Awakens and fully bloomed after The Last Jedi was suddenly a lot of fans weren't happy with the quality of the movies. They didn't think these characters were all that great, which of course didn't really matter all that much to some of those in the media who had more hopes for what these movies would represent instead of how good they'd actually be or what the story would be. And so the rejection by some fans of the movies and the characters within was inflated by some in the media with a rejection of the underlying message they wanted to see reached by the movies. If you don't like Rey, it doesn't mean you just didn't like a character in a movie. It means you don't like either women or what she was meant to represent. And suddenly there was a story there. Suddenly what the media just saw as angry nerds when it came to the prequels became a much, much bigger story that they could sell and profit from, which is something I hope to get more into in the next part of this series. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Now it's your turn to tell me what you think or what you remember. Was there widespread rejection of Rey, Finn, and Kathleen Kennedy, or any of the other characters or actors before The Force Awakens came out? Or is the media revising history to fit the current narrative? Whatever you think, leave a comment below and let's talk some Star Wars. Until next time, thanks for watching.
There with their phones and they'll do angry tweets to each other. That's the show.
Now, to put it mildly,
Well, since we're on Dathomir, we should listen to this.
Here they come.
Due July 10th.
We'll bring hell down from on high.
Oh, it's coming out on Apple Plus. That new Greyhound movie where Tom Hanks plays as a sea
with
captain,
so many
naval
of us at
captain.
home, we're shopping online more than ever. And with Visa Zero...
guys, how are you doing today? Today we're going to go over 10 interesting facts about Darth Maul. Now for me, Darth Maul was a really interesting character. He was one of my favorites, if not my favorite, when I was 9 years old when The Phantom Menace came out. Let's start with fact number 1.
I'm his age.
From childhood, Darth Maul was trained
I was
to kill
9 as
Jedi.
well.
Anakin Skywalker almost never became a Jedi because the Council considered him to be too old to begin his training. The Jedi recruited Force sensitives at a young age, as they wanted the members of their order to be as free of emotional attachment and life's baggage as possible, so they could concentrate on the Force and avoid the temptations of the dark side. The Sith, on the other hand, embraced any and all intense emotions, from anger and hate to love and passion. Life experience was a useful tool for them to twist and turn their recruits towards the dark side. However, that doesn't mean that only adults could become Sith. In fact, Maul was just a child when Palpatine began training. When he was age to join the Jedi,
Another one of those things.
As Maul was so young, he didn't yet have memories that someone might have, which meant that Maul's training was turning him into a weapon with phenomenal acrobatic and double-bladed lightsaber skills.
Need assist.
Designed to be as aggressive and hard as built his skill set. He was such a savage that he preferred to kill you up close and personal.
BD, I need help.
Your eyes, rather than just the Force.
Right here, BD.
Really much better. Also taught the Zabrak to hate the Jedi for years and years before he actually ever met a member of their order. His hate ran deep, but was ultimately engineered, as it didn't come from an ordinary or traumatic event in Maul's past.
This was an arena
until,
once.
Of course, he lost Obi-Wan.
The Night Brothers only respect those with power.
His hate for the Jedi. When Maul was still a young boy, the Dark Lord of the Sith brought his young apprentice to the planet Malachor to witness the relics and remains of a devastating battle that had been fought there between the Jedi and the Sith centuries earlier. Sidious then forced the young Maul to inhale the ashes of some of the Sith who had fallen in that battle. The ash caused him to believe that brought Maul back into the battle. He felt every strike and slash as if doing it to him. When he could finally break free of the hallucination, the experience had embedded in him. And
yeah, that was an ambush if I ever saw it.
from that moment on, a pulsating hatred and intense craving for vengeance against the Jedi. Number 3. Maul's mother was Sidious's original apprentice. As a member of Darth Bane's Rule of Two, Darth Sidious knew that when the time came to pick his own apprentice, he would have to be certain to choose the right apprentice to aid him in the Sith revenge against the Jedi. So, when in his travels he came across the Night Sister, Mother Talzin, Sidious befriended the Deathly Witch and promised to take her under his tutelage. But when he sensed the strength of her son's Force connection, the Sith recognized how much potential was in Maul, so he rejected Mother Talzin and took Maul as his apprentice instead. Number 4. The size of Maul's horns grew as he aged. Aside from his iconic tattoos, perhaps the most recognizable part of Darth Maul's outward features are his horns. From pubescence to adulthood and into their elder years, Zabrak's horns grew as they aged. Not all Zabraks actually grow horns, but for those who do, even then there are differences in their growth pattern. While most have their horns grow around their entire head, some Zabraks also grow horns on their foreheads. The horns, just like their tattoos, are a symbol of honor and strength. They are a natural signifier that a Zabrak has finally become a true leader. Now, of course, the horns, along with their cultural significance, as seen with Maul's brother, Savage Opress, was on the planet
BD!
Jedi apprentice traveling all over the building. Now with Maul, when
I need a stim, BD.
ruled over the Mandalorian, his troops who understood what the horns from the Zabrak said patterned their armor in a red and bright color scheme with different helmets, as a show of respect towards their own. Number 5. Maul's earring.
Hey,
the average fan
BD.
may or may not have noticed that Darth Maul wears a small pearl-like earring on the top of the head. It's a nice little touch that adds to the face. But the reason he wears it doesn't lie in lore, but in a little mistake on the set of The Phantom Menace. Ray Park, the actor who portrayed Darth Maul in Episode 1 and in Solo, had just been put in his full costume and makeup when he realized that he had forgotten to take off his earring. But rather than having the costume department take off the earring and redo the makeup, George Lucas liked the addition and so they decided to keep it as part of the character's look. It definitely makes Maul look a little more edgy and rebellious. Number 6. Darth Maul's tattoos are based on the muscle patterns of his face. Maul is definitely one of the best parts of the Phantom Menace, but regardless of where you fall on that, his character's appearance definitely became an iconic part of the Star Wars lore. He has the least lines of any villain, and yet is one of the most popular. His look underwent numerous different designs during the development stages of the film. The intricate arrangements of his tattoos that Lucas people came up with weren't just random set of markings that looked menacing and cool, but they're actually based on the muscle patterns underneath.
I'll be right back.
Look as terrifying and unsettling as possible. Because they were patterned after his muscle, if you were to tear the flesh from his face, the muscle underneath would match the look of the tattoos. Number 7. He founded a group of crime lords called the Shadow Collective. During the Clone Wars, Darth Maul, along with his brother and apprentice Savage Opress, sought out numerous bounty hunters and crime lords, with the goal of forming a group together called the Shadow Collective. It was during this time that the Sith assassin would first come into conflict with the Mandalorians, who later he would go on to rule, thanks in part to the assistance of his Shadow Collective. The role of crime lord came easy to Maul, as his keen intelligence, ruthlessness, murderous instincts, and incredible abilities quickly made him the apex predator in a group of killers.
Okay, I'm back.
There is a wink to him in The Force Awakens. In Episode 7, when Han Solo and Chewie came across Rey and Finn and are finally reunited with the Millennium Falcon, the scruffy-looking nerf herder and his hairy partner have been flying around in the galaxy in a giant freighter that happens to hold very dangerous creatures called Rathtars. When his freighter is boarded by various factions who have bones to pick with them, Han releases the Rathtars at them. The result is a terrifying ship and killed. However, Solo isn't the only major Star Wars character to have had a run-in with the Rathtars. As you can probably guess, Maul has had
little help, BD.
As the Sith apprentice and decided to travel to the planet Tuan Keti to hunt down their famous predators, the Rathtars. You might remember it in a comic that I've covered. Their brutal and savage nature was Darth Maul, and he respected that, unlike him, they served no master. For most, hunting Rathtars was a fearless proposition that was not undertaken lightly. But for Maul, hunting them down was merely to pass the time and his boredom. Number 9.
BD, I need help!
With the heart. The Zabrak species are very similar to humans in their appearance. They do have several features. The horns being the obvious, but internally, they were also that Maul and the rest of his kind had two hearts beating in their bodies. Like the human hearts, the Zabrak hearts regulated their blood, but also worked as engines. So, if one of them stopped working, the other heart would keep pumping blood in place. This could help give Maul and the Zabraks an advantage.
Woo, we did it!
Battle.
I mean, I did it and you watched. Yay, thank you.
Maul's species were not the only ones to have two
box.
hearts. Another famous person was Ki-Adi-Mundi's kin, the Syrians. Though there has yet, as far as I know, to be any lore story where Maul's second heart comes into play and gives him an unexpected edge in a duel or battle, it's fun to think about how one of the most dangerous and cold-hearted killers in the galaxy is all full of hearts. Number 10. Maul and Obi-Wan had their first rematch in the Clone Wars. Maul wanted two things during the Clone Wars. One was to create his own rival power to the Jedi and the Sith. The second,
Ship
which
crash.
may have been
They were fleeing from something.
for the Zabrak, was he wanted vengeance against Kenobi for his defeat on Naboo. His brother Savage had found Maul on a junkyard planet and took the injured Sith back with him to Dathomir, the home of Mother Talzin, who restored his sanity and repaired his legs. Once rehabbed, Maul became obsessed with finding Obi-Wan and enacting his revenge on the Jedi Master. So soon after he managed to hunt down Kenobi, and a decade after their epic duel, the two warriors once again faced each other. Maul clearly had the advantage in their duel, but he was unable to get his revenge on Obi-Wan because Kenobi overcome this. Asajj interceded herself into the battle, siding with her enemy Kenobi against Maul. This would be the final confrontation between the two. Of course, there would be others through the years, even after the Clone Wars. Both opponents would cause each other apart. Maul was literally half the man, and Kenobi as well. It wouldn't be until near the Battle of Yavin when the two of them would have their match. But Obi-Wan had just been a Padawan who got lucky on Naboo, a Jedi into the Clone Wars. But by the time of their final duel,
that's how you do that
he was
part.
awarded
She's
his
a
own
real
Jedi
nice.
Master and For the
And
first
here's another
time,
plant opportunity for,
Obi-Wan only felt sorrow when he slayed Darth Maul, but at last, the Sith,
nope.
who never had been given
I
a
got the
choice
seed
about
before I
joining the
got
dark
the
side,
data.
found some peace
Weird.
in his death. Hope
Another
you enjoyed
box.
this video about Maul. Let me know if you want another top 10 with Maul's powers or more interesting facts about him, because there are so many. List some of your favorite facts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember,
bye-bye.
the Force will be with you.
I want to know more about what it...
I don't want to know more about it. Ooh, another plant. Yes, yes, yes.
And he said bring seeds. I hope he meant from Dathomir.
One more seed on this planet. I'm not sure. Definitely those two I knew of. I think those little mushrooms are one too. Like these things. I think these things you can get too. This guy's so quiet. Fix your sound, you fucking noob boomer. The day the music died. Ooh, got an arm on. Wait, why don't you help me for that? Why'd you fight? Hello, chat.
So yeah, we got thousands of guys. So we're done with the Duel of Fate script. So today we're going to talk about some news, go back and start getting more content. We're going to be getting a very big guest for you guys coming to and yeah, man, things are good. Things are good. What's going with you guys?
Yeah, we confirmed a really big guest at the beginning of July. We don't want to say who it is yet.
Just in case it falls or something.
Yeah. He was going to make another video once we get it all locked in. I don't think that's questions.
Yeah, just like I did with yeah, it'll be cool, man. So today we got some interesting news. Mark, you want to let everyone know what's going on?
Yeah, so this only happened 2 days ago.
I need some help.
That there is a Clone Wars spin-off series potentially in development. And it's kind of interesting because it's kind of a Clone Wars spin-off, but it's also a little bit of a Rebel spin-off. They say that the idea for the show might be that Ahsoka and Sabine go off and look for Ezra. So it's happens post-Rebels, but it has more of a Clone Wars aesthetic, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so
you know, Clone
don't take lightning.
No sabers, but you know, nobody knows for sure. You know what's going on with it. There's been a lot of little hints dropped. I mean, we covered one where you know one of the animators or one of the folks over at Lucasfilm said that if you love the show, we'll keep making it. You know, so
Where do you think Ezra's at right now? Where do you think they're gonna take this?
I think Ezra's caught in the world between worlds, you know what I mean? And this is like some astral that gets alluded to in the Rise of Skywalker script, you know? Like, what's the astral plane of the Jedi look like where you have Obi-Wan, the other stuck in some like purgatory type of... Expand on that. I actually like where the Star Wars Battlefront story is going. It's not going to be a direct continuation of the Clone Wars timeline.
Don't forget this echo.
We're seeing a lot of your hat right
The Night Sisters used to call their leader Mother. She used powerful magic.
There we go.
So yeah, so like the more interesting storyline directly after the event, because I'm left with the main thing about Obi-Wan, Vader, Ahsoka, that kind of triangle. Like there isn't really a ton of stuff I think there where if you're going deeper into the Ezra storyline, the world, maybe bring more.
Oh no. Big person.
That thing looks like trouble.
He's mine.
You will fall.
Help, BD! BD, I need help!
It's weak. Careful, brother.
Quit locking on to that guy.
Very good.
God damn it, I need to heal.
I thought that the Rebels tone wasn't as raw as the Clone Wars tone, which I enjoyed more.
Yeah? Let me see.
I enjoy the Clone Wars animation style a lot more too. You know, especially these last 4 episodes, which I think some of the best Star Wars we've gotten, period. So since Disney came on board.
Do I need to jump down here?
I'm excited. I think they'd be cool to not do another animation project. I think that Clone Wars for itself, that was a very, very
Damn it! These camera angles are really wearing me out.
Well, I mean, look,
I gotta go back so far. I'm just gonna run through it.
66. I mean, that's gonna bring big numbers for them. So
yeah, it's Anakin, it's Obi-Wan.
When they're going to, I don't know, dude. I would be down for like. This is what I think is gonna happen with the Obi-Wan shows. I think we're gonna get some flashbacks from those scenes from the Clone Wars, but in live action. So they bring Hayden back, and Ewan obviously, because he's already in it, and then they just de-age them and put them in some like Clone Wars outfits and armor, and you don't think so?
I don't think so, man.
Why? You don't think we'll get flashbacks and stuff? Like Obi-Wan remembering? To show the stark contrast, you don't think so?
I don't think so. I do think that Hayden will be in the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
But I don't know in what capacity.
You think it's Vader?
I think it's Vader. I mean, I hope and pray it's Vader.
Yeah.
You know, because, and I've talked about this on Rule of 2 for 3 years. The story that I want is what George Lucas believes as the cliffhanger, which is more what people have. Has more people learn. Right. So that a big chunk of the had and it has been the dialogue since with McGregor towards the end of these companies. If your job is not good, you still gotta go rescue. And like you have to try to do that. there, like kind of like in the first Vader fan film, right? Like, there's moments where you see Vader being more Anakin than he is Vader. And I think the Obi-Wan series, if it has those moments where he realizes that Vader is Anakin and all these kind of things unfolding, it could be the greatest television show ever made. I mean, it could be incredible.
I don't think that's what I think he's gonna figure out that Vader's Anakin, that Vader's still alive until way later. I don't think he's gonna realize that until later in the story. That would be a really nice.
Stim here. I will stop you. Footwork all you have.
Don't forget that move, people. Force pull and stab. I should have been one-shotting all these people a long time ago. I'm a noob, and I partake in green tea, so give me a break.
I don't think that's what the casting angle show would be about. It's more like
now, BD. Stim, BD.
I could be wrong.
These are kind of hard, though.
Stim, BD. Just in time.
Where do you think it's going to go with Ezra? I mean, okay, so let's say they go on a hunt for Ezra, and then they find possibly Exegol. They find out what Palpatine's doing in the shadows. If they went to the end of the region.
Right, I mean, but now you're assuming that Exegol is canon. So I think that's see, like, whenever you try to connect Rise of Skywalker with, like, this other stuff, something inside of me says, like, ugh, that doesn't, like, oh, like, please no, like, leave it aside. But you're right, I mean, like, you have to connect it, you know, like, I mean, Exegol, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first time Exegol was ever mentioned in any context was in Rise of Skywalker, right? I mean, I'm not sure if that's true or not. Yeah. There's nothing else. Where Mortis has been mentioned, right? Korriban has been mentioned. And it's like these are the places like the original Sith moments or glory, like the planet for itself. Like these are the things that I was looking for it. This is what George wanted to look for it. I think they're saving it later.
Got a double rest.
What do you think?
Twice the meditation, double the poem.
Where Star Wars is going now? He's like, well, I gave them my script and that way they made their own character. They don't care. So I don't think they're going to expand on the past planets all that much. And if they do, then hopefully they say what they want. And I really hope it would be cool to not go and just cultivate that gold mine that they're sitting on.
I agree, man. And like, look, you know what's another gold mine that they're sitting on that they could really have a lot of fun with? Dathomir.
Only death awaits you here.
We never got the sun of Dathomir.
I'm sorry, so we
were supposed to get basically what happens Maul between season 4 and season 7. So he goes in and he fights Grievous, teams up with...
Okay, everybody. It looks like I'm about ready to fight the freaking bat. So, I'm going to leave it here. And I'm going to start streaming again, my first attempt. So, thanks for tuning in. More content to come. Sorry I took a 3-week hiatus, but Black Lives Matter, no justice police, no racist police. Y'all take care, and may the Force be with you. May the Force be with you, young viewers, always.